This is LSAT PrepTest 144, Section 1, Passage 2. This is a law passage about biotech patents and whether they're hurting basic scientific research. Medium difficulty passage. The trap here is that the author's opinion hides behind 2 paragraphs of other people's fears. This is a takedown passage. The author picks a side. The main point is that fears about biotech patents blocking basic research are wrong. They are built on a misunderstanding of how patents actually work. Now, the most important paragraph is paragraph 3. Everything before it is set up. If you don't catch this switch here, you're going to walk into the questions thinking the passage is neutral, but it's not even close. Paragraph 1 is just scene setting. Biotech companies and academic researchers have started embracing intellectual property protection. Then the passage raises a question. Is all this patenting getting in the way of basic science? That question is the focus of the entire passage. Don't linger here, just register the question and keep on moving. Paragraph 2 is where it gets dangerous for you, because it is persuasive. You hear about restrictions on materials, genetic sequences, cell lines, altered animals. You hear about researchers scared they're going to get sued. You hear about fees that could shut down basic research. And it sounds alarming, but that's the trap. None of this is the author talking. This is the author reporting what worried scientists believe. The author is setting it up so paragraph 3 can shoot it down. So if you walk out of paragraph 2 nodding along, you've already set yourself up to miss the main point. Now you want to slow way down for paragraph 3. That's where the author steps out. And it starts with what looks like a small concession. Sure, the old tradition of freely sharing materials has moved toward more of a market model, but then the author hits you with this. Even before patents were involved, some researchers were already hoarding materials from competitors. So patents did not create the problem, and that undercuts the whole premise of paragraph 2. And then the author gets specific. Scientists who resist patenting are confusing 2 things. They think a patent gives someone a right to block access to biological materials, but it doesn't. A patent is about commercial rights, and that confusion is the backbone of the entire passage. You pull it out, the whole argument collapses. And then the author keeps going. They give you 2 concrete reasons why the fears are overblown. First, patent lawsuits cost a fortune. Companies use them against market competitors, not against some grad student doing basic science. And second, courts have traditionally carved out exceptions for non-commercial research. And so even if somebody tried to enforce a patent against a basic researcher, the legal system would push back. And then you've got the final turn. Patents don't just fail to hurt research, they actually help it. They give scientists economic incentives and control over licensing. So that is a full reversal from where paragraph 2 started. We went from patents are killing science to patents are fueling science. Now, the key move here is that confusion the author identifies between patent rights and the right to deny access to materials. The hardest questions will circle back to that. The test writers know that you absorbed all those fears in paragraph 2, and so they're counting on you to forget the author called those fears a misunderstanding. Now, the author's opinion is pro-patent, full stop. They are not cautiously optimistic. They are not weighing both sides. The author thinks the opposition is factually wrong. And that word matters, saying it's wrong, not just debatable. Students who read this passage as being balanced will grab choices about weighing concerns or acknowledging legitimate fears, and they will be wrong. Now, one more thing to watch. The structure here is set up and tear down. Paragraph 2 builds a case. Paragraph 3 dismantles it point by point. Every single fear from paragraph 2 gets a specific rebuttal in paragraph 3. And so if you see a question about the relationship between those 2 paragraphs, that is your answer. Before you hit the questions, make sure you've got these 3 things locked down. First, why does the author bring up the fact that early biotech researchers restricted access even without patents? Second, what exactly is the misunderstanding the author accuses the worried scientists of making? And third, why does the author think patent holders won't actually go after basic researchers? If you can answer those 3 questions, you're going to be good on this passage.